Alright, um, alright guys, welcome back to another video. I tried shooting this video at Bay Shore when I was camping, but it didn't turn out, so. Today's topic is the stitched Solomon bar. So I got the first, like, 2 rows or stitches, whatever you want to call it, done. So this top, I'll flip it around here so you guys can see. So the mark is here. That's where I kind of found the middle, because I originally done it with a shorter piece. Matter of fact, it's this yellow, and then I had it red on black, like this piece here, which is the same length as the yellow, thinking that it's gonna be a decent length for the finished product. But I was wrong, like how I typically am. So then what you want to do is you take the left one. Wait, let me restart here. So I'm gonna just pull this first actual stitch for the design out. Wait, no. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull it out just to be safe. So like I said, you got that first knot. So now what will be my right, or what will be your left, which is my right, because I learned everything's going to be backwards with video of how it should be, unless if I'm doing, because I'm using the camera on the same side as the screen as my phone, so I can watch everything as I'm doing this. So what you do, actually no, let's start from the beginning. I'll kind of easier to do it on video how I did it. So all right, so obviously I don't know how long this is, so you ideally, so my orange piece here that you see is gonna be longer than, needs to be the twice the length of the, or at least in my opinion, needs to be the twice the length of this. So that's why I took that red and black piece you guys seen and marked it on the orange piece here where the end was, and then I took everything down, or no, I marked it with my thumb, with my finger, to see the marks there. So now what you want to do is find the center here on your main piece that you're going to use for the design. So then what I do, being that I got a key ring on this to use as to make this as a keychain, run it through, which I'm going to use it as a whip. So then what I do is I run the yellow with the key ring through the orange, and then I loop over the front, so this mark here should be over here. Okay, so now you take this piece that I'm moving, which is the, for you guys it'd be the front, but it's the back piece for me. It's the side, that the half that my index finger is on, over the front, which would be the back for you guys, and then weasel it around, or weasel it through. Yeah, it would be easier if the loop was open a little more, but it's not. So I'm going to take the end. And then run it through. I'm trying to keep that mark on the side, so which it generally isn't going to be. So then it's got to look like that. So now I'm going to take what would be your guys' left. I'm going to sort everything over here. So what would be your guys' left, which is my right, through. So then this piece here is over going over the orange piece that you're going to run through. So it looks like that. You run through like so. And you run my left, which would be your right, over the top of the orange, around the back, through the loop that's over here. So you gotta go through this loop. Like so. Pull all the way back as thin as I can. It's because it's, you know, finally a decent day out. And the lacquer cans do that. I don't know why it does that. You know, probably different pressures between the inside and the outside of the can. So then you go take your left one. So left, which should for you guys to be your right. You know, because like I said, it's backwards for video. Go through, leave over that yellow that you just did. So it looks like so. And you leap over the front. Pull through like before. It's always nice to keep everything separated and neat, because otherwise if you get twists and knots and whatever, it's going to make your guys' life harder doing the paracord stuff. So then you go through now with the right, which is my left. This is how I figured out to get the, you know, roughly get the idea of the design. So it'll be your left, it'll be my right for the video, like I keep saying. Run it through. Run what would be my left, which is your, like I said for the video, your right. I know I'm getting annoying with it, I apologize. Through. So that's kind of be the rough idea, you know. Granted, I just started, so you kind of got the yellow in the middle that you can see. So that's the Stitch Solomon bar design. So hope you guys like it. I'll see you guys in the next one.